Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Splashback here for extended weekend video. Starting today with Thursday because obviously with our vacation, our videos kind of, the days we went and did the video kind of got messed up a little bit, but that's okay. So we're going to add Thursday
and the weekend sales together. So you'll see the weekend sales next. I am Cameron, this is Linda. We're going to go over what's sold in our online store. Today's our first day back from vacation where our store is fully live. I re-upped our sale because our sale had ended yesterday. So I re-upped the new sale that we run on different items, different percentages. And we're going to go over what sold today. So how did we do?
So we had 11 sales on our main platform, eBay, for just over $540.
540 is a pretty good number. 11 sales, not too high of a quantity. There's two big sales that really help boost this up. And then two things I listed this, what's so funny? Two things I listed today that already sold. So let's get into it. First item.
First up, we have this Sony car adapter. Sold for $10.
This is right before on vacation. Came with the Sony Walkman that ended up not working, but it came with two of these and they both worked. And that one sold for 10.
Then the Jazz 100 buy, which is a buy from a while ago now. We have this lot of over 100 CDs. So there's big band, swing, jazz, blues, all kinds of stuff in there. And that pack sold for $150 shipped.
There's over 100 of them. The whole buy, I think I spent, 100 on, 140 on, something like that. So we've already made our money back almost all on this, but we have already been selling other individual CDs, CD lots, books, all kinds of stuff was in there, cassettes. And this again sold for $150. Took a best offer to go medium mail. Happy to see it go.
Then we got a Xbox One 500 gig box only. This one's got the Battlefield branded on there.
It's got like no paperwork. It's just got a couple of cardboard pieces inside.
And that sold for $25 shipped.
I think it was $1. I'm just a sucker for video game stuff, so I don't know what it's going to cost to ship it, but getting it out of here.
Then we got a pair of Memorex HBS2 cassettes. They are new and sold for $13.50, or just over $13.50 shipped. Then we have a vintage Triumph Dolomite
Her vision's
badge.
not go that well, guys.
Sorry.
So this is like a little car emblem badge thing, and it sold for
$28 shipped.
I paid $5 for a little bag of 3 emblems. I think one sold for 20, one sold for 20, and I have one left, so did pretty well.
Then now the DVD 200 buy, we've got Genghis Khan, the 50th anniversary, sold for $9 and some change.
Very good.
Then we got a Nike Dodgers jersey. This is size 48, number 13 Max Muncy jersey.
This one I just listed. I spent $60 on a bunch of kind of just clothing. A lot of it was stain. I got it from my main source. He had bought a unit. It was mostly just kind of, this one actually has a stain on the back. Right, 2 stains. You can kind of see, hopefully, one right there.
Big one.
Like oil almost. It's like dark.
Yeah.
This thing was, I paid $60 for the stack of clothes because it had a lot of interesting stuff in there. Definitely going to make money. I listed this one kind of cheap and it sold for
$18 shipped.
So it sold right away.
Then we got one of our paintball guns. This is a Dragonfly. It's a blue and silver paintball gun. It is for parts of repair. Obviously, we don't have a way to test it, and we don't really want to because paintball guns can be painful.
It's definitely rough, but saw a comp for a couple $100. Some guy messaged me and said these used to be, no one wanted these back in the day. They're easy to get. They weren't that expensive, but now I guess they are. And he offered me $200, which I took, and
sold for $200.
I don't know. That came in one of our other paintball buys that we did. We spent like $40 on that paintball stuff, and we sold 3 guns together. Then another gun sold for a couple hundred. It was. We probably sold $500 worth of paintball guns for $40, which was great.
Then we got a USC Trojans football shorts.
Yeah,
they're like sweats material, but they're shorts. So yeah, can't decide if you're hot or cold.
Yeah, these were from the same clothing by a couple of marks on them. They're still really cool. They're really cool looking. This is USC Trojans. Very cool looking pattern and everything. Gray. Big logo there. It's got a little zip pocket on the one side too. Sorry, I just whacked in the face with that. But that sold for
$35 shipped.
So for the two of those were $52 in sales. I have a Tim Brown jersey. We also have a live sale that just came through. Yeah, it's a bag. I have to pull it. So.
Oh, cool.
Anyways, so we're $52. We spent 60. I got a Tim Brown jersey. It's gonna go for 50 or 60. I got a bunch of other clothing stuff, pair of jeans, a lot of different sports stuff. So happy with that. Happy to get some of our money back already.
Then from one of our local thrift stores, we picked up Scarecrow and Mrs. King, the complete first season, sold for 18.5 shipped.
Never heard of it, but it's used, and it was $3, and it sold for 18.
Then we've got out of our DV200 buy.
Linda's favorite. Pulled the wrong one, but we have it. I saw it in there when I was pulling this one. And it sold for
7.5 shipped.
Linda, we have a lot of Poroy ones. She's happy to see them go.
Yeah, Poroy's killing me. And last but not least is our live sale.
Before we check to make sure I don't have that listed twice, though. Poroy too. So.
Gotcha. We have a custom Selena tote. It's about 18 by 14. It looks like something that somebody maybe created somehow. It doesn't seem to have a brand on it, and it did sell for almost $19 shipped. So it'll go first class because it is light enough. I don't know if Cameron's grabbing it right now. He might be, based on what I can hear. Yeah. There it is. And yeah, sold for almost $19 shipped.
That's all we got, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a second with what sells this weekend. Sales for the weekend. You saw Thursday's sales. We're back now with the weekend sales. How did we do?
We had 35 sales on our main platform, eBay, for just under $11.20.
So a little bit short of our goal, which would be $1,200. But it should be an easy packing day. I don't know why it was slow. It is a holiday weekend coming up, so maybe that's what, or a holiday's coming up pretty soon, so maybe that's what it is. It's also super hot, at least where we are.
We're dying.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it so we can get this packed up.
Fujifilm Instax Mini. It's broken, like you can see, it's broken, and it did sell for $15 shipped. So hopefully,
I got
it
it
first
like
class.
$1. Yeah, I don't know. They do sell if they work. They sell. Some of them sell very well, but it's just a broken one we had. Next
up, we have a vintage Leewards butterfly webbing tote bag kit. So make a butterfly tote.
It's an old listing for sure.
And that sold for almost $19 shipped.
Not really worth it. This is just happy to see it get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up as many of the old vintage craft kits and stuff. Certain ones sell, like we sold that stocking one that sold really well. I think tree skirts sometimes sell. Well, some of them sell. A lot of them just don't. So I'm not picking it up as much.
Then out of the lube, yeah. This is
we're not gonna call it the lube.
Sorry. This is the lubricating gel deodorant by Security, and we sell it in a pack of 6 for $38 shipped.
So second one, so I don't think we have enough for another one. That's all we'll have for that. It's also a part of the Brava rings that we've been selling. We have a couple other items in there, but it was all free. Some lady was getting rid of it, and she said, just take it, and it worked out.
Then we got a vintage rare Crayola the Giant chest. It's got 128 crayons.
It would have
in there.
more. I think it's, or no, it's supposed to have a pencil sharpener. That's what it's supposed to have.
Pencil sharpener or crayon sharpener?
Crayon sharpener, sorry. But we don't have the sharpener. It was at a garage sale for $4, and it sold for?
Almost $42 shipped.
From 97.
That's crazy.
Bunch of crayons in there, so that was cool.
Good condition crayons too.
Yeah, most of them look like they were barely used if they're even
That's
used.
awesome. Then we got the instruction manual for a Ninja blender. Sold for almost $10 shipped.
I bought a brand new, it was basically brand new. We parted it out, and I'm like, I'll list this just to see if maybe someone wants to do it. And I just bought a bunch of manuals to different cooking items, electronics and stuff like Sony's. It was $5 for this whole little bundle of them. So I'm gonna take a chance and see if some of them will sell.
There we go. Then we got Forza Horizon 2 for Xbox 360, disc only.
Good selling game here.
So for 21 and some change.
Very good.
Then a Note game case one. This is
crazy. This is one of those crazy ones.
Yeah, this is Marvel versus Capcom 2. The case and manual only for Xbox original, not 360. And that did sell for $45 shit.
It's listed at 60. This guy was going, I think it's the same guy, was going back and forth on it. I sent an offer out for 45. We had a couple people interested in it, I think. But this was in my just death pile of empty cases. And usually we pull from there to just make a case with one of our games when we just have a disc only. Because a lot of the cases are not really worth anything. But I go through it and I was looking up games and this one caught my eye. I looked it up and it was worth a lot by itself. So pretty cool.
That's awesome when that happens. We had one guy message us a while back saying, because he said he's close to our town and he wanted it for cheaper, because he was like, well, I can just pick it up. And I'm like,
we don't do a lot of local pickups. I've heard some horror stories. I'm sure it's probably not as bad as it seems, but we don't ever really do, unless it's on Facebook Marketplace and we're just listing it. But at that point, it's usually a cash transaction, so it is what it is. But
I worry that you'll put in, that they did a local pickup, and then they're saying they never got it, and
yeah, it feels like it could be scammy.
Yeah,
and he may have been a nice, honest person.
Yeah, he might have been fine, but I don't know, from the town he was saying he was from, I don't know if I trust it. So next up, some of our durable rings from Brava. We have a box of 30 of them, 3 boxes of 10. We were selling them in boxes of 4, but this one sold for the 30 because it's all we got left for $45 shipped.
It's not all we have left.
It's not all we have
another
left.
set of 4, and then I just found one extra one that was in the wrong bag. So the set of 4 is already listed for $60, and then I'll just list the one probably for $15, something cheap. We usually list them for $15. They sell for $20 or $20 something per on some people's listings, so we're selling them a little bit at a discount for multiple. So works out for us. We got them for free.
Then we got an Adidas drawstring bag, sold for $13.50.
It's got some sparkle on it from another purse that was in that bag, so we got to get that off. But yeah, that was $1.
Then Epson 786 ink, expired in 2019. Is that from the buy I got?
Yeah, well, I paid for it, but Linda's old boss sold her a bunch of printer ink. We spent $500.
So much ink, it was ridiculous.
$500 on ink, and this is when we had our count was off, and I listed it, and it finally sold. But when it first sold, people bought we had 30 of these, and some guy bought all of them.
Yeah.
And they were going for 30 a piece or something.
It was good times.
Good sale.
Then we got Sesame Street, ABC, and 1, 2, 3 for NES, sold for almost $15 shipped. Then, do you want me to say the Pyrex? Or no?
Yeah, we'll say it.
Okay. Then we have these Pyrex 475B and 473. They're adorable little, they're a nice wintry blue with the snowflakes, yeah. And it's like a snowflake garland.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them. So you have a 2.5 quart and a 1 quart, both from casserole dishes with the clear lids, and that set did sell for $67.50 shipped.
Yep.
Then we got Independence Day Resurgence for Blu-ray, sold for $19 shipped. Then here comes the X-Files Fight the Future Special Collection. Special Collector Edition for VHS. Set is mostly sealed.
And VHS, like Linda says. This is a older thing. We've had it for a while. It's been up. I think I got it in a big bundle, but it's all official. And it sold for?
Sold for $60 shipped.
Happy to see that one go. It's been up for a minute.
Yes. Then we got Call of Duty Black Ops for PS4, sold for $14 shipped.
Just disc only?
Disc only. Then also GTA 5, disc only for PS3, sold for $9 shipped.
This one always sells. Not for a lot, but it always sells.
Then our awesome Franklin Mint Monopoly set. This is the wood drawer that is on the big game. So it's the drawer that holds all your pieces. Money, sets it all out pretty.
Yep, and it's not in perfect condition, but it sold for
$65 shipped to a repeat buyer.
You could also sell just this. If you didn't want to sell the whole thing, you could just pull this little knob off. I think that goes for $25.
It's crazy. Then we got a pair of Adidas. They are the Duramo 8s. Sold for $25 shipped. They are a Kylie buy.
Kind of a generic Adidas, not really a great one.
Almost been 2 years since she's been out here, so we got to get her out again.
It's my sister, by the way.
Yeah. Then we got a Mr. Christmas Santa ski slope replacement tree collar with the 8 thumb screws. Sold for $21 shipped.
We parted that unit out because it was broken.
Then we got a set of the vintage 1971 Betty Crocker recipe cards. It comes with the yellow box and all the cards in there. Don't know how many's in there, but somebody wants it. Sold for $30 shipped.
That was $4. I don't know if that was a good deal or not.
Then we got a manual. This is an 86 Toyota Celica shop manual from Celica, sorry. Shop manual. So, from way back when, sold for $59.50 shipped and going eBay International.
That's another from our original manual buy.
Yeah.
The first one out this. Oh, we just sold something. Can't see. It's an Apple box.
Oh. Then we got a Volkswagen Super Beetle, and Carmen Gia.
Yeah.
70 to 79, $40 and a half shipped.
You know what's weird? We sold 2 disc-only games back-to-back, and then we sold 2 manuals back-to-back. So
Yeah,
it's kind of weird how that works.
Then we got Thief on DVD, sold for 14 and a half shipped. Then a set of 6 vintage American Legion US Star Blue enamel buttons.
This was a really good buy. I bought a bunch of American Legion pins and different kinds of things from Salvation Army auction. I think I spent $30. Boy, did it pay off.
That sold for 37 and a half.
We sold a bunch of things for 30, 40, 20, 15. We still keep selling them. We have more to go. So.
Then the DVD 200 buy, we've got The Letter, sold for almost $13 shipped. Then Cameron parted out a Ronco Papel pasta maker. This is the locking ring and nut replacement pieces. Picked that thing up at Savers, sold for $18 shipped. Then we've got a Rydell mini helmet. This is the NFL 2-bar throwback logo
Just the
helmet.
NFL logo, yeah.
Sold for almost $14 shipped.
When we got these too, these things sold really well right away. I had all the teams, and we sold another 2-bar. Little education. The 2-bar ones are the old style helmets, so they sell a little bit better than the ones that are the full face mask. So
there you go. Look out for the 2-bar.
We sold a bunch of them. A lot of them had the old logos too, so it was good money.
Then we got a pair of jeans. These are G-Star Raw 3D Art Relaxed Tapered Denim Jeans. They're
they kind of have
$32.31.
like a weird taper design to them.
Yeah, I
the
don't
art
like
is
them.
what it's called. Yeah, they look weird, but whatever you're into.
And those sold for $55 shipped.
Those were I think $5.
Then Wonder Chosen Season 1 sold for $11 and some change. Then we got Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13 for Xbox 360, sold for $9 shipped. Then we got a King Cobra 2 oversized 9-iron, sold for $24 and a half.
A little bit low on the club. We like to get about 28 for a club. Yeah. With the box cost and everything. So happy to see it go.
Then we got a pair of Newitt Tags Life is Good size large margarita swim trunks.
Did you check the size on them?
Yes, I did. And those sold for almost $28 shipped.
Cool.
Then, out of our DVD 800 buy, we've got BBC's Absolutely Fabulous. We've got series 1 through 5 and a special on DVD. Sold for $36 shipped.
These are cool because it takes up a lot of space. And the DVD 800 is like a bunch of bins that we have. So we had so many DVDs.
The milk crates.
Yeah, the milk crates. So it's cool when we get a big set out because it really opens up some room in there.
I was able to transfer stuff down. That DVD
we started
800
with
one
like
is
4
almost down
bins.
to 2.
Yeah, we're almost down. We are down to 2 bins.
Almost down to 1 bin.
We start off with 4 crates and we're almost down to 1 bin.
Well, right now we're just at 4 crates full from the DVD 200 and the DVD 800.
Yeah.
So.
But we used to have 4 crates full of just the DVD 800 buy.
And moving each one, not fun, especially when the DVD's in the bottom crate.
I'm happy to see these go.
Yeah.
Probably should try to replace
those were in the bottom crate. Okay. Next up, we got vintage
Do the Do.
Mountain Dew, Do the Do black single stitch t-shirt, size large, sold for $23 shipped.
That was from the rock and roll buy, I think. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think that's recent.
I don't know where I got it then. Maybe $1.
Maybe. Then we got an Nespresso Virtuo X Next. This is the replacement water tank and lid. It sold for $24 shipped.
Love parting those out.
Then our live sale was a box only. It's an Apple iPhone 11 green. The 64 gigs sold for $10 shipped.
Yeah. Still selling them periodically. We don't buy as many. I used to get them all the time. I have one guy who gives me them. He saves them for me, but I told him I only really buy the new ones. I prefer to buy like the MacBook boxes. Some of them sell. But yeah, for $10, I usually pay 50 cents for them. We'll make like $4 on it. It makes him happy too. So, and then what we do when we get a bunch that don't really sell, I just make a lot of like 20 of them and then just sell them as a lot for like, you know, a cheap price, but I'll make money still. So that's all we got, guys. Added a little bit. We didn't make gold with that sale, but a little bit better. Pretty easy packing day. Probably the glass things and then the drawer are the hardest things. Everything else is pretty easy to pack up and get out of here. So
a lot of it's just slide it in a mailer.
Linda loves when it's this.
Media is the best.
When it's this or when it's this. Or shoes.
Polly's.
Most of the shoes are going in probably one of shoe boxes, or we have some 12/6 boxes if it's going USPS or UPS or FedEx. The DVDs are easy. Things like this little guy. I mean, he just gets a little bubble and put him in a little 6x4x4 box. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Then you get something like the breakables where you spend like, you know, you could probably ship 10 things in the time,
it takes to do that,
maybe even more the time it takes to do that. So let's get this out of here. It's hot, like I said, and we'll be back next video with what sells on Monday. Take care.